recording is a little red light on.
So I have a question for you.
What's the question?
Why travel?
I travel because everybody back home, whether it be people in your church, people you work with, people you grew up with, people you hang out with, they're so close-minded and they know one thing and one thing only. How can a person understand a person if you don't go out and meet other people? Okay, Haley, why travel?
You can't hit me at a moment like
Come
this.
on, we're on the side of a pyramid.
I know, I'll barf.
Dude, we're inside a pyramid. Why travel? Plain and simple. You get to see places like this in first person.
Why travel? I did some looking up quotes and everything I let in this one. It really spoke out to me. To be speechless now so that we can be storytellers later.
I travel because I love to learn about different societies, ways of life, cultures, history. But not only that, I also learn a lot about myself when I travel outside of my hometown. And it makes me feel really fully alive and in the present moment. And I end up being forced to grow in ways that I didn't know that I needed to.
About 2 years ago, I was laying in my room watching YouTube and stumbled across a video, had like 1,000 views. And it was this girl talking about how after COVID happened, she found herself in a situation where she had moved out of her apartment because her rent got spiked. And so I was like, yeah, me too. Moved back in with her parents, me too. And so she was this young professional in her early 30s, me too. And so her company offered unlimited PTO, me too. And she said that she felt like she had never considered traveling as part of her life previously, because it was never something that she had thought was very important, which I agreed with. I hadn't thought of as being important. And then she talked about how there's that triangle of time, money, and energy, where as you're a little kid, you have time and energy but no money. And then when you're an adult, you have energy and money but no time. And then when you get old, you have money and time but no energy. And she felt like she was in a situation where she was currently at, where she had all three available to her. And it wasn't a particularly serious video. It was just kind of something like a little personal, I guess, journal for her. And I did some reflecting after that. I totally agreed with where she was thinking about traveling was not important to her previously. I totally agreed with that. And I really identified a lot of parallels between her life and my life. And I kind of just decided to look up some travel companies. I found EF as one that kind of kept coming up, and it seemed to be recommended pretty highly. So I pulled the plug. I sat there on my laptop and I booked 2 trips. I booked one to Rome and Athens, and then in the same go, I also booked a trip to Oktoberfest later that year. Didn't really think much of it other than the fact that they were taking money out of my paycheck every 2 weeks, but it kind of just went to the back of my mind. And then as it got closer, I felt like, well, do I actually want to do this? But I've sunk so much money into it, I'll just go and maybe it'll be fun. and it has totally changed my life. I can say for certain that this is something that I think I want to do lifelong. This is something that I want to invest time, money, and energy into continuing to do as I grow and get old, and sort of check off all the places in my head of things I saw in my history book and when I was a kid, and think, oh, you know, visiting the pyramids would be cool, and you know, visiting the Colosseum might be pretty neat, and going to eat all this strange food and talking to these strange people in their strange language. It's so far-fetched from what I interact with on my day-to-day life. And yeah, it was never a consideration for me up until about 2 years ago, and then saw a random girl on YouTube and she changed my life. So don't remember her name, don't remember the video. I've looked for it since, I can never find it. But wherever you are, random girl on YouTube, thank you, I appreciate it. Your little journal with 1,000 views changed my life. So why travel? Because a girl on YouTube told me to.
So we just got into an interaction. God tried to sell us, I mean, he did sell us these scarves. I mean, we're wearing them
We were sold,
right now. But
but we wanted them. We didn't get bamboozled.
the initial price for one scarf was 700 Egyptian pounds, because he was asking, well, how are you gonna pay, USD or Egyptian? And I was like, we're gonna pay Egyptian. Okay, 700. 700 Egyptian pounds converts to
Like $14.
something like that. And I was like, nah, bro, we're not gonna do that. Haggle him. And I was like, initially I said 400 for one. He's like, nah, I'll walk away. And then Haley's like 300. And that's when I said 200. Kept going with the price lower. I walked away. He's like, come back, come back, come back. So we go back. 2 scarves for 300 Egyptian pounds. Don't get haggled, don't get bamboozled.
Be careful, stand up for yourself.
He's like, Egyptian cotton. I looked at my shirt, I was like, Mexican cotton. Mexican cotton, bro, Mexican cotton.
I travel to experience new cultures because when you have a new experience, it opens your heart and your mind.
I need something to spend money on and I want to cultivate my interests, so traveling seemed like a good first step, and after my first trip, I was hooked.
I travel because I want to feel good. I want to feel good about myself. I want to know that I can go places, that I can do things, that I can be in places I never thought I would be. It's just something that makes me feel the most confident in myself. I can plan a trip, I can see the most beautiful places, I can go anywhere, I can do anything. That's why I travel.
Why travel? To see how other people experience the world and to see their day-to-day lives.
Currently on a flight to Aswan. It is now 5:20 in the morning. We woke up at 1:30 in the morning to get ready. We are all tired, we're all miserable, but it's worth it, and we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna spend one day in Aswan, spend the rest of the days on the boat, coasting the Nile River, and yeah.
Travel because you can, if you're willing and able, but also travel so you can have that aha moment where you're standing there and you're looking at the view, or you're looking at wherever you are, and you realize that life is a whole lot more than your little bubble. It's a whole lot more than your little job, your little corporate life, your family shit, whatever is going on. It is so much bigger than that. That's why you travel, so that you can have that moment where you have tears of happiness and you don't even know why you're crying, and you might not even cry, but you kind of want to, right? that's why you travel.
I think life is too short. There are so many people in the world who have no opportunities to travel, and I don't want to be 80 and think, what if I did that? What if I had the time? Because I have the time now. I'm young, I'm beautiful, and let's travel.
It breaks you out of your day-to-day life and reminds you that there's more out there than just your 9 to 5 or whatever hours you work. Reminds you that there's more to life than just earning that paycheck and trying to find your little trivial needs. It helps you remind yourself that there is more to this earth, there's other people out there, and it helps you kind of figure out your way in the world.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Smell is good here?
Yes.
Yeah, it's me. If you don't mind, I just want to get you a quick idea about the product. We have it here. The first thing I'm interested to talk about it is the fancy bottles. It's a big difference between that fancy bottle, you're gonna find it here, and the other one maybe find it in the market, in the street, in the boat. That one actually, it is a handmade, decorated with fine gold 21 karat. The other one is machine made. The one made from the Pyrex and crystal, but the other one made from the soda glass or normal glass. For a couple of seconds, I gotta keep with my colleague. His name is Mohammed. He's gonna show us how he changed that fancy bottles to one of the nice things. Enjoy his hand, please. For people who want taking photo or video, there is no problem. You just pay $200. Any volunteer here? Any volunteer in the group? Any volunteer?
Like, you just only have one life to live, right? And it's, you know, obviously shit can go left and right. Sometimes life's, but you just have to remember that your life is your life. And like, if traveling is something that you've always wanted to do, you just have to take that plunge. Whether if you're going with a group, family, friends, or if you're just like want to go solo. Sometimes the best trips always come when you go solo. So it's just, you know, something that you should like really want to do, like a once in a lifetime experience. And after that, I feel like once you get that taste, you're like, you know what, I done bit the bullet, I took that little plunge, I'm ready to go further and further out.
We're young, we're only young once, and I really want to see and explore everything. I mean, you never know when today's going to be your last day, and I want to make the best of it.
My whole family, no one has really left the state of Texas. A couple years ago, my sister started traveling because why not? And now I travel because there's more to life than just working and paying bills and going home. Like, you have to have pleasure in something, and sometimes like traveling is something that I look forward to, that I can have, okay, next year I'm going to this place, so I know I can keep going until next year. So that's why I travel, just to have fun, just to see the world, see other cultures. I love cultures. Love seeing how the cultures evolved and like what happened to change them. And yeah, that's why I travel.
So why travel? First of all, why not? So traveling has shown me that there's a lot more to life. For me at least, it gives me a reason to escape my real world where I'm always stressed. I'm always thinking about or worried about like my life, like my money, my job. Like it's a non-stop thing, at least in my life. And it's given me a reason like to relax, to de-stress. And just being able to see that there's more to life than just working and, you know, going through personal things at home, and seeing that in life, and especially different countries, like right now we're in Egypt, it's opened my eyes that it can be a lot worse. My life right now, I'm very blessed. I've always been grateful for the life that I have, but just seeing that there's far worse in life, and then there's people out there that are living the way they are and yet they're happy, makes me want to travel more and see more of the world and just experience different cultures.
I have been really blessed my whole life, and to be able to, I had a single mom for a long time who prioritized travel specifically for us. So I've been traveling since I was 10. I got the chance to go to Australia, and then since then it's just been kind of one thing after another and the continued bug to go. So of course, as I get into my adulthood and be able to start kind of going out on my own too, at first it was a form of escaping my own life, escaping who I was and what I did on a day-to-day basis, especially the mundane routine that is our everyday life. Now it's really about meeting a lot of people and seeing the way other people live. And then I get to still be kind of whoever I want to be. In fact, me and my therapist always joke that it's Travel Laura. It's like kind of a different person, but at the same time, it's not even a different person. I'm a more relaxed person.
Do you feel like you're really seeing yourself?
Yes.
This is really who you are, like when you're traveling?
Yes, because you know why? There's little to zero expectation that anybody I've met in this point in time has been set. So you really get to start off with a fresh, clean slate.
Correct.
And then really see how you are. And traveling, you know, a lot of people don't like to do it, especially in countries like this, because it's so stressful. There's elements of the unknown. There's all these different components. Whereas like each one I get to go and experience. You get to weather and find a different part of yourself that says like, can I handle this? Yes.
Especially I feel like in America we're really sheltered in terms of the things we see and experience as varied as the country is, it's also pretty monolithic in terms of the things you can see. And so when you travel, you get to see different people, different cultures, different religions, different ways of life. A lot of things that you wouldn't necessarily experience in America, especially if, like me, I'm from America, like I'm pretty much just American. I don't come from, you know, a different culture. So getting to experience all these other cultures is really special and makes you, gives you new ideas and makes you grateful for what you already have. And traveling with other people is the best way to do that.
Why travel? Because you know what? Fuck it. I think I live in the most beautiful place ever, San Diego. And I still have gone to every single place because why not? We've been to, again, we're in Egypt, and it's just like so fun to try different cultures, different foods. Everywhere's different. I love every single place, even though I'll go back to my same hometown. I think it's still fun to try because why not? You're only young once. That might as well just fuck it. See the whole world while you can until you have kids and you're miserable in life.
I travel because I'm part Romani, so it's kind of in my blood, and my mom's dream was to travel the world, and she died before she was able to make that a reality. So every trip I go on is kind of like an honor to her, and also to myself. That was the one thing that we both loved. We love our Romani roots, but yeah, every time I see something new, that's like the first thing I think of is like, my mom would have loved to see this. And so I'm very blessed and fortunate to be in a position in my life right now to see things as great and magnificent as Buckingham Palace, the Great Pyramids of Giza, Karnak Temple, all these things. And it's just an added bonus to meet such incredible people with my travels. Like, seeing the world, yes, but like, the best things that have come out of these trips have been the people.
I think this is the easiest way to make new friends and experience new cultures.
The world is really big. There's a lot of different cultures. I feel like every culture has something to offer, even if you don't think they do. Like in Egypt, I learned a lot about how different cultures barter, what foods they eat, like the types of music they love. And it's really cool. It's like transported to a different world. Like you couldn't get that stuff in a sci-fi book. Like it's crazy. And it's been really cool just seeing thousands and thousands of years of history in this country. It's been great.
I mean, where else are you going to be able to see the world in a way that you can at home? Try new food, see new people, see new cultures. I mean, there's a whole world out there. Why stay in your hometown?
Why travel? Travel to discover yourself, to learn more about your history, your culture, and your family, your big family that we call humanity. You've just seen part of it, you have to see the other parts of it and learn more about yourself.
that's the main reason why I travel. Because if I want to understand you, I got to get to know you in a different country. If I want to understand myself, I got to see myself in a different country. Like, how am I in a stressful situation at an airport? How am I when we have to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go on a hot air balloon? Like, you don't need a degree to understand human studies. You don't. You just need to go out your front door, sit at a coffee shop, people watch, see how the barista's pouring their coffee, see how they're drinking their coffee, see how the old man crossing his legs, see how he's leaning back. Is their body language okay? Is your body language okay? And then just listen, watch, and then take action. So I'm still listening, I'm still watching, but I haven't taken any action yet because I still don't know.